Hello guys, I'm Henson Lorico, and this is my advocacy video about Agrarian reform in Philippines.
Pre-colonial era, the Filipinos lived in barangays, and these barangays are ruled by datums. And rice is the main form of currency since money wasn't introduced yet. There were three major social classes in this time: the Maharlikas, the Aliping na mamahay, and the Aliping sa gigilid. First, we're gonna talk about the Spanish occupation. During this time, they established a system of encomienda, meaning those people who are loyal to the monarch of Spain are given lands and are given their privilege to collect taxes from the natives or the Indios. The Agrarian uprising of 1745 and 1746 was the result of friars taking land from the native landowners, which resulted in massive unrest and led to the burning of churches and looting. Now let's move on to the First Philippine Republic. The First Philippine Republic was established in 1898 when the Spanish officially withdrew from the Philippines. This was headed by President Emilio Aguinaldo, and his goal was to take back all the friar lands that was taken from the native people. It was going well until... Yeah, that didn't go well for Aguinaldo. He was arrested in 1901 in Isabela. The American occupation, there were some noteworthy regulations that were enacted in order to address agrarian reform. First, it delimited the ceilings that an individual or a corporation can obtain. They also introduced the land title registration using the torrent system and the homestead system. The Commonwealth period in the Philippines, headed by President Manuel Quezon, advocated for economic security for all. They established landlord and tenant relationships. They also established the prices of rice and corn. They also provided purchase and lease of haciendas and their sale and lease to the tenants. During the Japanese occupation, the Hukbalahap, or the rebels who were fighting against the Japanese, controlled most of the lands in Central Luzon. Those who were supportive of them get to keep their lands, and those who do not get their lands stripped away from them. After the war, the different presidents who followed tackled the problem of land tenure. First president was President Manuel Rojas, who aimed to establish the 70-30 sharing agreements between tenants and farmers and also regulated the shared tenancy contracts. After the untimely death of President Manuel Rojas, President Elpidio Quirino took over and established the LADESCO, which was tasked to oversee the rice and corn production in the Philippines. President Ramon Magsaysay established the National Resettlement and Rehabilitation Administration, or NARA, to return lands to farmers. Also, he established the Agricultural Credit Cooperative Financing Administration, which provided loans to small farmers. Following the untimely death of Ramon Magsaysay, President Carlos P. Garcia took over and just continued the projects Magsaysay has started. President Diosdado Macapagal established agricultural land reform codes that abolished shared tenancy and set up a judicial system for hearing agrarian cases. President Marcos declared the whole country under martial law and also declared the country under land reform program. He activated the Code of Agrarian Reform, also created the DAR, the Agrarian Reform Special Account Fund, and activated the Agrarian Reform Coordinating Council. The Marcoses fell, President Cory Aquino took over and established the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, which paved the way for the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law of 1988, which aimed to directly address the issues of agrarian reform. President Fidel Ramos made a few amendments to the CARP Law of 1988 in order to strengthen its implementation and widen its coverage. He also modernized the agriculture and fishery sectors in the Philippines. President Erap Estrada established the Farmers Trust Fund, the Magkabalikat para sa Kanlurang Agararyo or Magsasaka, and the Agrikulturang Makamasa. When Erap was impeached, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo took over. She transformed the DAR into the Department of Land Reform, which was tasked to oversee all the land reform in the country. She also established the Kapit Bisig Laban sa Kahirapan, Agrarian Reform Zones or the Kalahi R Zones. President Benigno Aquino III, along with farmers, bishops, and other land reform advocates, united and developed a plan of action to implement the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program extension with reforms. Finally, President Rodrigo Duterte aims to improve the quality of life of farmers and improve their productivity, so he included land tenure security in his socio-economic agenda.